Hello and welcome everyone. Week number 12 of Python programming language. In the theory of this week, we have studied different concepts related with the Python string. What are string, how they are accessed, how they are saved in the memory, uh, what are the different operations that we can perform on the string, and how strings are actually formatted with the help of escape sequences. Let us see some programs which will demonstrate the concepts that we have learned in the theory section. Our first program is about defining strings, how we can actually define a string inside Python. The first four lines in this program are actually comments. This shows us information about the week and the program. So we are in week number 12 and this is program number 1. And the purpose of this program is to define a string. At line number 5, I am declaring a variable with the name my underscore string, and here I am assigning a string to this variable. Once I define and assign this string to this variable, now I can print the value of this variable. The statement at line number 6 will actually display this string on the screen, that is hello. If you give some attention to this line number 4, you will see that here the string is enclosed in single quotes. But at line number 7, the strings are enclosed in double quotation, and both of the styles are valid. But Python's user and programmers and professionals, they actually prefer to use the single quotes rather than double quotes. There is more Pythonic approach or more conventional approach. If you print now this statement, it will display the same thing, that is hello. There is another use, by the way, of the string, and that is to use this triple quotations, right? Everything in the triple quotes will be considered as a formatted text. It will preserve the format, the style that you have defined. What is the style that I have defined here? First, it will display hello on the screen on the first line, and then on the second line it will give some space, one tab, and then it will display it, welcome to. After that, it will come to the third line, and on the third line it will create more spaces, double tabs, and after that it will display the world of Python. So actually the text here will be displayed on 3 lines because of the triple quotes that I have used. Let us see the output of this program. Okay, hello, line number 5. The second hello is at line number 7, and then hello third time it is on the line number 10. After that it will give some space and will display welcome to. After that it will move to the next line, will create some more space, and then it will write the world of Python. These are the uses of the string and how they are actually created. Our second program for this week is about how we can actually access the individual characters of a string. And that is very simple. It's possible with the help of index variables. Remember, every character of the string has a unique position location in the string. For example, this P is stored at index 0, the R is stored at index 1, and so on. So once you run this program at line number 7, it will go to the my string, which is here, and it will display the character that is stored at index number 0. We know that at index number 0 we have P. It will display P on the screen. I want to display this last character, which is G. Two options are there. First option is that start from 0 and then count forward and then specify the index. But I want to access in the alternative way, from back side toward the front side. That is possible. Remember, with the help of negative indexes, the last element has an index of -1, the second last element has an index of -2, and then -3, and so on. So the line number 10 will actually display G on the screen. This is something about slicing. I want to display a subset of this string. For that, I have to use I have three different options available: the starting point, the ending character, and then the step, which is not mentioned here. Start from 1. What is the index here? 1, and at the index 1 we have R, so it will display R, then O, then G up to 4. Remember, 5 is not included. The final value will not be displayed. It is like starting from 1 and until we the value is less than 5, not equal to 5. 5 is not included. Another way to access subset of the string is like this: start from 5. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is included. Start from A, then display double M, then I, and then -2. But remember, the final value is not included. So N and G will not be displayed, although -2. N is at -2, but that will not be displayed because the final value is not included. Okay. So it will display this string on the screen. Let us see the output of this program. So you can see the output here. You can compare the output here, like you see. Character at the 0 index is P. Character at the -1 index is G. Character starting from 1 up to 5, not including 5, is R or GR. And then starting at 5, ending at -2, not including -2, is AMMI. This is how we can access the individual characters of a string with the help of index variables or numbers. Our next program is very simple, and this is about repetition operator. We are all familiar with this operator. There is a static. When it is applied to a string, it will actually repeat the number of characters for a specific number of times. In this case, it will repeat the string stored in the variable my underscore string 3 times. That is testing string. It will be displayed 3 times. Let us see the output of this program. You see, this testing string was displayed 3 times with the help of this repetition operator, that is the static. Next program is about string concatenation. And concatenation means combining the string. In this example, we have two strings, my string 1 and my string 2. The content of my string 1 is hello, while the contents of second string my string 2 is world. And the plus operator here that you can see is actually concatenation operator. It will combine these two strings, that is hello world. Okay. You run this program, you will see hello world will be displayed on the screen. This is how we actually combine two different strings. Let us move to our next program, program number 5, and it is about iterating through a string. What's happening here? The first 4 lines are comments. At line number 5, we have a variable count, and the initial value of this variable is 0. Then at line number 6, I am using a for loop. I is the loop variable, n is the keyword, and hello world is actually a string. Means normally we provide a range of values here, or a variable which actually refers to a list or a tuple. But in this case, I am providing a string to this loop. The initial value of I will be H, second value will be E, and then L, L, O, space, W, O, R, L, D, one by one. Inside the for loop, I have a condition. If the value of this loop variable I is equal to L, in this case, we have the value, we have the L character A here. Once this L become equal to L, then you have to increment this variable by 1. I want to count how many times the L was appeared in this string. That is the purpose of this program. And for that purpose to be achieved, I am using if condition. If L is equal to L, increment the value of this count by 1. Initially, I am supposing that there is no L in the string. So that is why the initial value is 0. Once I encounter an L, the value will be incremented by 1. First time when I encounter L, the value will be 1. For the second time when I encounter L, this value will be 2. And the third time when I encounter L, this value will be 3. Which means that the L letter has appeared 3 times in this string. The output of this program is 3 letters found, and the letter found is actually L. This program has two things. One thing is that you can actually provide a string to the loop variable. Second thing is how you can actually count the occurrences of a particular letter or character in a string. That is possible. Now let us see some built-in functions. As we know that there are a large number of built-in functions available that can be applied on the string or to the string. Some of them are mentioned here. I have a string and the value is hello. Now I want to apply is upper built-in function on this string, is lower built-in function on this string, and is title built-in function on this string. The values of all these are going to be Boolean value, either true or false. Let us see the output of this program. You see, either true or false. Is upper. What does it mean? It means that all the letters, all the characters of this string are in uppercase. That is wrong. Okay, because only H is in uppercase. Next function is lower, which means all the characters in this string are in lower form. That is also false because H is not in lowercase. And third function is title. Title means the first character is capital and rest of the characters are in small letters, and that is true. The first character is capital while the rest of the characters are in small case. So the output here is true. If you change this H to small, then what will happen? Let us see the conditions. Is it in uppercase? No. The output is false. Is it in lowercase? Yes. All the characters are in lowercase. The output is true. Is it in title case? No. The first character is not capital. The output now is false, true, and false. These are some of the functions that we can actually apply to a string. Let us see a different string now and different functions as well. Okay, here these functions are different because we do not have is upper, is lower, and is title. What will happen here? It will actually convert the given string into the required format. I have a string with the name mystring1, and all the characters are in lowercase. Okay, once I apply this function to this string, it will actually convert all the character into uppercase. And this is the opposite. It will convert all the characters into lowercase. And this is the title case. It will convert the provided string into a title case. Let us see the output. You see, here I apply this function on string number 1, which was in small letters, and it converted it into capital letters. And then I apply this function on this second string, which is in uppercase. It will convert it into the lowercase. And finally, I apply this function title on string number 1, which is all in small. It actually converts the first letter into capital while the rest are in lowercase. These are the functions which actually convert one type of string into another, either lower, upper, or title. Our next program is a bit tricky, but that is also simple. and it will actually count the number of occurrences of a character in a string. And I am particularly interested to count the total number of vowels, consonant, and blanks in a given string. I'm going to accept a string from the user with the help of input statement or function. Once the user provided the string, that string will be assigned to this variable user underscore string. Initially, all variables, vowels, consonants, and blanks, they have 0 values. Initially, I do not know how much they have. And then I am going to use a loop. Variable is I. In is the keyword. And from where it will take the values for iteration. Actually, it will take its value from the string provided by the user. And then I am going to compare the string provided by the user with the help of this if statement. Okay, if the first character is equal to A or I or E, sorry, A, E, I, O mean vowels. If the character is equal to any one of these characters, then you have to increment the value of vowels by 1. Otherwise, you have to increment the value by of consonant by 1. If it is not a character between A and Z, it means you have provided a space. Then it will increment the blanks, which mean empty spaces, the value of the blanks by 1. Okay. This program has restrictions. For example, you will not provide integers or special characters beside from the space to this program in order for it to work fine. But the purpose of this program is to let you understand how the for loop can actually take value from a string that is provided by the user, and how you can compare the input character with any of the character that you want. Okay, or how you can use if a statement inside a for while working with the strings. And then after that, I am going to print the total number of vowels in the string provided by the user, total number of consonants in the string provided by the user, and the total number of blanks or spaces in the string provided by the user. Let us see the output of this program. I'm going to provide a string I am fine things. Now it will calculate the total number of vowels, that is 4. I, A, I, E. The output, required output must be 5 because the total number of vowels are 5, but it display for Y. Remember, string are case sensitive. So a capital I is not equal to small I. If I provide the same string, but now the I is in small letters, then you will see that now the total number of vowels are 5. Okay. And then consonants are 8 and total number of spaces are 3. 1 space after I, second space after M, and the third space after fine. And similar, the total number of consonant 8 here. Okay. Our next program is very simple, and it will actually calculate the length of a string. And remember, length of a string means total number of characters in a string, and the function for that is len. You can provide the string in the parameters or in the as an argument or as a parameter inside the parentheses. Suppose you have entered a string hello world. The total number of characters including the space is 11. A simple function. Our next program, program number 10, will also calculate the length but without using the len function. This is a bit technical. Okay, you can calculate the number the length of a string without using the len function. How is that possible? That is possible with the help of for loop. I is a counter variable, a loop variable. It will take the values from the string provided by the user, stored in user string um, variable, and every time it takes a character, it will increment the value of this variable, which is initially 0, by 1, and then at the end it will provide you the length of the string. This is second method. Let us provide it the same string, hello world, and you see it will provide you the same output, that is 11 total number of characters including the spaces, without using the length function. Next program is about splitting. Remember the concept of splitting? You can actually split the string with the help of space or with the help of comma by using the split function, which is a built-in function. Here I have a text, and the text, the string is the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you can see two commas and 1, 2, 3, and 4 spaces. First I want to print the title as it is. It will be displayed like this, provided by the user here. And then I want to apply the split function on this string, which is stored in title, and I want to split it by using the spaces. And in the second, in line number 8, in the third print statement, I am going to split the string based on comma. Okay, let us see the output. You see, it actually creates a list, and the list has been separated uh, by spaces. After the we have a space, after good we have a space, after the we have a space, after bad we have a space, after and we have a space, after the we have a space, and so on. And then in the second statement we actually split the string based on commas, like this. This is how we can split a string with the help of split function, in which you have to provide the value based on which, or the character based on which you want to split the string. Sometimes we want to replace a substring with a new string value. That is possible with the help of replace function. The syntax is like this. Inside the parentheses, you have to provide two parameters or two arguments. One parameter will be the text which you want to replace, and the second parameter is actually the text with which you want to display, with which you want to replace. In this case, I want to replace hello with goodbye. If you run this program, the output is goodbye world. Hello was replaced by goodbye with the help of replace function or method. Remember the concept that I told you, that function and methods are two different things, but at this stage we can use them interchangeably. We will see the difference between function and method when we study the concept of functions in Python. For now, at this stage, both are the same thing, so I'm using them interchangeably. Coming up to the next program, I think I have skipped one program. Let us go back to program number 13. This is about finding a substring inside a string. I have a string which is like hello, search this string. And then I want to find something in this string. Let's suppose this. The output of this program is actually the index of the first character. If this substring is present in this string, then it will display me the starting index of this word or this substring, that is t. Okay, let us see. 14. Okay, so it means our search is successful. This is present in this substring is present in the string, and the position is start from 14. Next, we have a program about comparison, or you can say relational operator, applied to different strings. Equal, not equal, less than, greater than, equal, less than. these final two are a bit tricky. Remember, we have to compare the ASCII values of these characters, but we will not go into the details of ASCII. So A is equal to A, yes, the output is true. It's not equal to A, no, that is false because A is equal to A. And then compare whether the string B is less than A, no, that is false because B is greater than A. Sequentially A, B, C. And here we want to find whether B is greater than A or not. Yes, that is true. B is greater than A and C is greater than B, D is greater than C, and so on. Things are like this. What's happening here? Ali is equal to Ali. Two strings, are they equal? Yes, they are equal. Okay, so the output is true. I would like you to try this string with small a and this with capital A. What is going to be the output now? Output now. That is your assignment. Okay. First, go and search the ASCII value of small a and then find the ASCII value of large a. But actually, they are not equal. Okay. Initially, they were equal, so the output was true. But if you change the case, then obviously the output will not be true anymore. AB is less than BA. Okay, it will do the comparison character by character. First, it will compare A with B. A is less than B. Yes, A is less than B. That is true. Okay, so it will not go to the second character. If the condition is like this, A is less than A, no, A is equal to A. Then it will go to the second character. So let us see the output of this program. Exactly the same thing. I didn't save it yet. So we have true, false, false, and then true, true. We saw how we can split a string. Now let us see how we can join two strings or more than two strings. Suppose the date of birth of a person is 17th 9 1950. Here we have a list of 3 items. You can join these 3 elements with the help of this function join. I want to apply this function over this list which contains string values, and then you need to specify the character which you can actually use for joining. So here is the character. Another example, I have a variable social app which is actually a list, and it contains element like the first string is Instagram, the second is and photo sharing application. I want to join them, so I will apply the function join over this variable social app, and I want to combine them with the help of a space. Let us see the output. The first one will be combined with the help of this character double all full colon, and the second one with the help of a space. This is how we can actually join a string. In a similar way, you can split string as well. It is also simple. You have to specify only the character by using which you want to split a string. And we already saw a program about string splitting in program number 11. We saw how we can actually split. This is another way. Now let us move to our final program for this week. And our final program is about formatting, string formatting. And that is possible with the help of different escape sequences, as we have seen in the theory class. In Python, we have different escape sequences available. Let us see them. The first one is the backslash, and it is for a new line. It will be displayed on one line, then it will be displayed on the second line, and it will be displayed on the third line. Okay, the output, let me show you the output, and then we will discuss it further. You can break a single line into multiple lines. So let us see the output here. Okay, let me clear it up. Yes, what's happening here? Actually, I am writing a text in multiple lines, and the Python is accepting it. The text is displayed on one line in the output, but here in the text editor, I am actually using more than one line. If you remove this character, then Python will give you error. It will not accept the text in multiple lines. So if you want the text to be written in multiple line, then you have to write this backslash character at the end of each line. In order to break the text in multiple line, you can do this in Python with the help of the backslash operator. What's happening here? Backslash n escape sequence, very common. We have used it so many times. It is actually it is like pressing an enter. So the first line will be displayed, and then after that it will move the cursor to the new line. Okay, you can see here first line, then we have an enter pressed here with the help of backslash n. Is displayed on the second line, and then the third line, and so on. Okay, so if you want to move the text to be displayed on a new line, you have to place backslash n. Backslash t is for tab, and is for new line. It will actually create a space 7-8 character depending on the setting that you have for your tab. After this, after displaying the tab string, it will give empty spaces, and then it will display the string, and you can see we have a space here, and that is created with the help of this backslash t. So you can format your text by creating extra spaces with the help of a backslash t. What if we put double backslash? Remember in the theory I told you, if you want a backslash to be part of the text, then for that you have to use double backslash. It will actually insert a backslash in the text. Sometime we need to work with equation like this, n divided by 2, and we want it to be displayed like this. For that you have to put double backslash instead of single backslash. So here you can see by 2 is written here. Next we have uh, another escape sequence, and that is to how we can actually print single quote or double quotes inside the string. This is very similar to this concept. If you required a backslash, then you have to use double backslash. If you require a single quote, for that you can actually use backslash double quote. If you do like this, Python will give you an error. Want it to be part of the text, the best way is to put a backslash. And same is the case with double quotes. Last two escape sequences are about carriage return and backspace. The concept of carriage return means go back to the start of the first line. It's very common with typewriters. Okay, carriage return. Go back to the start of the first line and then start writing this word. Okay, so first it will write same on the screen, but it will not be displayed on the screen. Why? Because of this backslash r. Go back to the start of this line and then start writing the new word that is like you can override the same with like with the help of backslash r. It's known as carriage return. And finally, this is simple. It's like base space. You are writing on the keyboard, and then you want to delete the last character that you have typed. What's going here? I write HE, and then I press a backspace. What will happen? It will actually, the things are like this. It will actually delete the E. Okay, and then I write the next character, which is I. So it will be displayed I will be displayed here. Okay, so bake slash b is to remove the last typed character. If you do not want to write any other character, okay, that is acceptable. Now you will see only he. In this case, it does not uh, remove the character, so you have to provide the new character. After deleting the previous character, you have to provide it a new character, that is I or something else. Let us suppose I am providing it more characters. Then what will happen? Actually, only the first character will be deleted. That is E. Okay, because backspace only delete one character, and then the next characters will be displayed after that. Okay, in this lecture, we saw practical implementation of different operations that we can actually perform on the string, and we also see some methods by using which we can access the individual characters of the string. This was about string processing. If you are working with strings, I hope these programs will be helpful in your work. In next week, we will be talking about functions in Python. That is very much important, so stay tuned for more lectures and more programs about Python. Thank you so much for watching the video. Take care and goodbye.